We've been thinking about Science Meets the Economy for a while now, and really it's about addressing the fragmented system that Ambitious Australia picked up on. Science Meets the Economy will be the program that helps build that connective tissue between the STEM industry and business, and also the finance sectors. So bringing that together is essential for an organisation like STA to take the leadership role on.
To put the spotlight and emphasis, I think, for our country on the value and importance that STEM experience and STEM skills can have in our businesses across the country, and especially at a time when there's such a focal point around productivity and economic complexity.
The scientists aren't good at talking to business people, the business people aren't good at talking science. But to deal with the biggest challenges, it requires the expertise of all of these diverse people to come together. And when you can make that happen, then you can actually progress with science solutions.
That connection between the workforce and actually delivering on, getting that right, that's where Science Meets the Economy is going to really, I think, make a huge difference to what Ambitious Australia will be seeking to achieve.
Having a scientist try and understand what a business person or lawyer or somebody that has a different background to them is exactly the same sort of benefit as learning a different language or a different culture.
How do you actually work on both sides of that equation? Understanding the empathy of a researcher and having to publish papers, get grants and graduate students, but also the other side of that coin then, the corporate view, shareholder value and profit and loss and balance sheets and shareholder returns. That bilingual nature, I think, is really important. And how do you then actually start to scale that in a way where it becomes part of the norm? Having STEM professionals, I think, with their problem-solving skills, analytical skills, global awareness, and typically global experience as well, I think really helps to provide those connections that could actually add strategic benefit to the company, but also the board in discharging its duties.
The jobs of tomorrow are built out of innovation and research. We know this. Probably one of the big things for Science Meets the Economy is actually connecting that understanding with the public, and for people to understand, what are the drivers of new jobs and good jobs that people want to do.
What we're talking about here is the next crop of senior executives of these companies, that the startups, the scale-up businesses that can work into this supply chain, but also then the professionals that can go onto the boards and help drive that governance and strategy for them as well, to take advantage and maximise the opportunities that we have, which I think are in front of us. From a STEM professional's perspective, this is an attractive program because it really helps to take stock of their own professional careers. You can start to build a portfolio over the course of your working life. Yes, you want to be right at the cutting edge of a global thought leader in your particular discipline. Being able to apply that in this context really does help to amplify your skills and your message. It gives you a great set of different experiences professionally. You get to network in areas that you wouldn't have otherwise been able to. And I think even dealing with issues that you might not have otherwise had to in your professional careers is a learning experience in and of itself.
People can't see a practical solution that will work. They've got a desire for the outcome that they want, whether it's a policy outcome or a financial outcome. But if they don't actually see that there are multiple scientific pathways to be able to achieve that, the whole thing can finish up stalling and businesses can miss out on great opportunities.
You've got an exciting opportunity, I think, to take stock of your own board structures, your own board strategy, and how you as a business are looking through the lens of innovation and opportunity to grow your business here in Australia, but also reach global markets. And having STEM professionals on your board and as part of your senior team will put you in good stead on that journey.
We have an amazing sector and membership who are thirsty for change. We need to reimagine, drive and reshape the future of Australia, and together we can really do this. I can see STA being in the middle of that conversation, helping to drive that and make sure that we all get to our aspirations.